Hello. Okay, so that was cheesy and whatever, but my kids are finally asleep. We are back from vacation, and I have a birthday to do tomorrow, or birthday flowers to do. I think it's a birthday, and they wanted color. So I'm pretty excited. We're going to do some fun color pieces, and I figured I'd do it with you. So ask the questions along the way, and yeah, I'll kind of show you what we've got. I've got this whole, as I run things into things. So, I won't be using everything, but I did pick up a lot of things that I really wanted to use. This larkspur is gorgeous. So, hello, Becky. So I love this purple larkspur. It's not just like, some of it is like this like neon-y purple-y stuff, but a lot of it has like a good amount of texture in it, and I love the coloring. I also have some pansies. How freaking cute are these guys? They're so darling. So they'll probably go in as little like accents and little just cute little pieces. I also picked up some ridiculously expensive but so cool some pincushion proteas. Like, the coloring on these, so good. So good. So we have those. We also have some hot pink Matsumoto asters. Like, so fun. There you have an Alice in Wonderland themed cake. So I figured the more color, the better. They kind of told me to just go with whatever I wanted. I do have some peonies that I've stored. So I might throw those in there. Who knows? If there's room. I have so many things. And then I also have some, I'm like trying to pull things out without like totally pulling them out. Some lavender campanula that we harvested, and it's just so pretty. This color, I've kind of been obsessed with the lavender of it all. Aren't they so pretty? Okay, what else do we have? I have some sweet peas in various colors that I'm growing, so I have those. And then also I have some light blue delphinium. The tail ends of my little plants. This will be perfect for an actual like event, and because they're all fully open and they're so beautiful. They're just kind of like poofy little, like they almost look like cotton candy. I love it. But they'll be a cute little addition. So yeah, so that's kind of, there's a bunch of stuff in here. Obviously I can't use everything because there's not enough room, but I wish I could. Oh, I just knocking things over. It's fine. So anyways, that's my plan right now, to just create something really fun and beautiful. And yeah, so ask questions along the way. I'm gonna go ahead and green all this up first. When I make centerpieces, I like to green them. It just kind of gives me a place to start. Using my handy dandy clippers. These clippers you can get with our kits that we have. These ones are another favorite of mine. And yeah, so you might see Cody walking through here. He's supposed to be building a bed right now. I like a planter bed, not a bed, but he wishes he was sleeping. We all do. So anyways, so yeah, so this is what I like to call mini pit. And yeah, so I'm just gonna put this in here, and I might talk in spaces and I might not. It won't be one of those silent ones that I like to do, but because there's a lot going on here and I don't have the bandwidth to do a silent one, which sounds funny because that seems like it should be like an easier thing than talking, but then I'd have to tell everyone to be quiet. I'd have to go inside, start some music, all that kind of stuff. I'm just not there yet. I got too much to do. That's like a relaxing thing. This is things that you accidentally throw on the ground. So, I also don't use foam, so I have chicken wire in here that I have reused many a times. And let's see. So we just kind of reuse everything that we can to try and be as sustainable as possible and to keep things out of landfills and that kind of stuff. We do our best. We're always looking for better ways. But, you know, it's kind of our plan here is just to progress over perfection and to just do as much as we can. So, yeah, kind of my plan here. But, yeah, so if you have any questions or you want to ask me anything weird, maybe not too weird, but, like, feel free to ask away if I see your question. I will try to answer it. Or if you have any, like, gardening questions or, I don't know, ask away. Ask away. Kind of where my thoughts are right now. Until then, I will just ramble on. So, but yeah. How am I? I am a crazy person. We just got back from vacation, so I've been very, like, slow this week. We got back last night from, where did we go? Pismo Beach, and it was lovely, and the kids had a great time, and it was fun, but it was a 4.5 hour drive with 2 children, so, but we would definitely go again. Where we stayed was incredible and very family friendly, so that was really nice. And then today, Hallie came out of school rushing to me and said, "Mom, my tooth is wiggly." So we have our first loose tooth. I didn't think we were old enough for that, but I guess we are. 5.5 is losing of the teeth stage. I thought I had more time, but I guess I don't, and that's okay. Where did my little baby go? I guess I'm going to say that a lot over the next 40, 50 years, however long I get to be with them. So yeah. So, all right. If you're just joining, I'm just making a fun bouquet for a client tomorrow. And I'm actually really excited about this one. I got fun things that I wanted to use. They kind of gave me the leeway to just go crazy and be colorful and yeah. So I think I'm going to start there with the greening and then fill it out when I need to as we keep going. Joy brings me to our cocktails. Your flowers were lovely. So lovely. Oh, thank you. I actually was, my words don't work anymore. I did the ESAC garden tour last year, and they asked me to do it again this year. They asked florists around town to donate some flowers for the event, and this year it was really fun because I got to do it at Kyle from the Urban Farmstead, and which he does urban farming like I do, but he grows vegetables and really cool weird things, and so it was really fun to be in an environment that was very similar to my own, but on the opposite spectrum. So last year they asked for just like some flowers to be donated and like an arrangement. And this year it was really nice because we like worked with the houses that we were paired with, and we really got to have a feel of what it should look like, and that was really nice. And it was really cool to like fangirl out over his backyard, so that was really nice too. So I loved that part. Yeah, so anyways, long answer. Oh, and with that, this year, because his garden or his backyard is like so, it's not like super frou-frou, like gardeny, like florals and stuff. I'm really glad that I like got to see it and all those things beforehand, so that way I was able to match his yard to my flowers. And so we didn't want it to be super like frou-frou-y and like elegant, because I wanted it to like coexist and make it make sense there. So it was kind of fun, but also a little nerve-wracking to be like, okay, I'm not going to put in a ton of flowers because that wouldn't make sense. But I got to use like a ton of cuttings from his yard and use a lot of things that he grew. So that was a really, I love doing that kind of thing. I've had a couple of events where people want me to use vegetables and use things that people grow, and that is like one of the things that I absolutely adore doing, is using things that people already have growing themselves in their arrangements. Seriously, one of my favorite things. So it was kind of dream come true-y. That sounds really like cheesy, but it was really fun to do. So anyways, that was a long-winded answer. Oh, sorry. That was a long-winded answer for the Eastside Garden Tour situation, so. All right. Look at how cool. I freaking love these. They're stupid expensive. But I just couldn't help myself. So if you ever wonder why flowers cost money, it's like more than you think they're going to be, more than Trader Joe's. It's because they're expensive to grow. They're expensive to get. They're expensive to buy. I have a really good relationship with my wholesaler. When I need to get flowers that somebody doesn't have, or in a time where I am not growing what I need or nobody else is. So I have a really great relationship with my wholesaler, who knows that I only get California grown, and that and she's really amazing at making sure that my values are like I don't know what I'm saying here. Anyways, basically I have a really great relationship with my wholesaler, and I am able to get some cool stuff that is grown in California that I cannot grow. So I have tried. I don't know how many times I've tried to grow a freaking protea, and every time I kill it. I've gotten like one protea flower. So I don't know what I'm doing here. This looks terrible right now, but trust the process. Trust the process. It'll look amazing. I promise. See, I can't do multiple things at once. I get too distracted. But ask me some questions. You might get the longest answer in the universe. You're welcome. There we go. That's right. What are the light purple flowers called? This is Campanula, also called Canterbury Bells. This is what I'm talking about, Campanula. It comes in pinks and whites and lavenders, and normally I only grow the white, and this year I feel like we didn't get the correct. No, I missed out on the plugs and the white ones in the size that I wanted. And so we had to go with the purple. And I feel like I never want to grow white again. They're so freaking beautiful. I'm obsessed. So, anyways. And I say that when I ordered these, I order the plugs, which are itty bitty tiny seedlings, and they're itty bitty tiny seedlings, and that's what I plant out. So I buy hundreds of them. So just so cute. Well, thank you. I'm really excited about this color palette here right now. And some of the stuff I grew, some of it my flower farmer friends grew, some of it I got from my wholesaler that works really closely with me to make sure that we're still buying local. What's the big spiky thing? This is pincushion protea. It's really cool. It's really cool. And it's not spiky at all. It just looks spiky. It's soft though. It's not soft. It's like, I don't know how to explain it. They're still out. They're still out. Thank you. I'm loving this one so far. Like, I love doing weird, fun things like this. I'm like really excited about it. It's gonna take me probably a little bit longer because I'm talking and I don't know how to talk and work. They're still. Oh yeah, we had these in Kyle's arrangement last week. I had enough of them available or growing to cut. So that was awesome that I was able to. I thought they looked so good in the arrangement at Kyle's house. Really pretty. So let's see. We want to give this some height too because I want to make sure that things are going to go like up and not so short and just kind of compact. I want it to come out a bit more. Sometimes when you start getting more flowers inside your vase, the chicken wire, it gets a little bit harder to get the stems through the chicken wire because you have so many things in there. So let's see. This larkspur is so pretty. We're just gonna keep playing here. Really, I'm just having a beautiful like moment with these. And I have no rhyme or reason with this. I'm just throwing things in. Which is not my usual way of doing it because, yeah, the light blue flowers. These light blue ones are delphinium. These guys I have growing. They're actually the last of my ones that I have in my yard right now in my perennial beds. But so they're the very last, and hopefully they come back again for another year. I saw them at the wholesaler today, and they were like $16 for a bunch, and a bunch only has like 7 stems in it. And I was just like, I'm gonna see what I have. I cannot. $17. Holy. I don't, because that's just one bunch. It's just one bunch. And then you have to like buy all the other stuff too, that you need, or grow it. So, and growing things costs money. Just remember that. The water, the soil, the time, the knowledge, everything. So it all is money. But I still want things to be fun and pretty and exciting and enjoyable. So I like to put things at different heights and different angles. I want it to look like something that you would see in nature, not necessarily like I'm not a big person to do things very symmetrically in my flower arrangements, which is funny because I am such a symmetrical person. Like when I got married, I have 2 wedding bands and an engagement ring because I would not have been able to handle it to not be symmetrical. I am a little annoying like that. But in my flower arrangements, I want them to be wild and fun and free and not confined, and that's just kind of my style. I'm always trying to like branch out and learn new things, and that kind of stuff, but like I always end up still with a wild, crazy vibe. So I really hope this peony opens by tomorrow, because it'll look really beautiful if it does. This little guy right here. The peony is from Good Humus, and so good. So pretty. So anyways. I think that's too close to a different kind. I also have this feverfew. Not sure if I want to use it. What do you guys think? I love a good feverfew, but I hate the smell of it. It smells terrible. It smells so gross. But I hate the smell of flowers to begin with. So like, I hate the smell of flowers. I'm ridiculous. Don't hate me. Yeah. Quirky job. Quirky thing about me. I have a weird sense of smell. And oh, sad, I broke the sweet pea. I hate a lot of sweet flower smells. The only one that I really, 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 really love is freesia. I love the smell of freesia. But I also don't like the smell of most things. I smell things differently than everybody else. It's very strange. And I've been like this my whole life. So, yeah. Look at this cute little sweet pea vine. This guy will open up a bit more. It's still a little pod formed. I'm trying to decide if I want to put this guy in to have some whimsy. Which I think we're absolutely going to keep that in, but not there. It was too straight up and down. And farming is very straight up and down when you grow things, but not in like regular gardening, so I don't love that. I always like things at an angle. We're gonna need some more of those. The sweet peas are Becky, I'll make you flowers whenever you need them. Aren't they fun? They're so good. Flowers just make everything better. They're so pretty. Look at this. So these sweet pea seeds I got from Becky. I can't even talk about Daryl's wedding right now. The fact that he's getting married. I used to babysit him, guys. I'm not old enough for this life. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. All the kids that I used to babysit are all growing up, and I just can't. I can't handle it. I'm a mess. It's fine. My own kid is losing teeth in a way that she's supposed to. Oh, I bet it's hard for you too, Becky. Girl, I got nothing. Weddings of children. They're supposed to. Okay, so I'm responding to these comments here from this woman, Becky, who I adore and love, and I've known her for a very long time. And I used to babysit her children, and now her daughter will be 25. She was like itty bitty when I met her, and I taught her to swim. I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I was a lifeguard for 10 years, and I taught swim lessons. That's how I met her. Taught her kids how to swim at the local pool. So anyways, and yeah, so I'm just talking, so like a weirdo. If you guys want to tell me anything or ask me anything, so I don't just keep talking like a weirdo. She asked me if my phone is made of pool. I still have like the kids that I nanny for and all that kind of stuff. Like this little boy George I used to babysit. He's still on my phone. Like his parents are still on my phone as baby George. Like I'm like, he's not a baby. He's in high school. Like I can't. Anyone else? So, you guys, I really like this so far. I love all the colors. I told you to trust the process. It's still not quite there yet, but we have trusted this process and it is working in my favor. Ooh, just kidding. This guy's a little sad. It's got a little brown on it, so we're gonna put it in my own little arrangement in my house. And by my own little arrangement in my house, I mean I'm probably just gonna put it in a little thing, and not really arrange anything. You being married with kids to this day is hard. Me having children is weird. Don't worry, Becky. You and I both. Alright, but look, we've got some pretty Matsumotos that are not brown. This bottom one is, but that's because it's the original stem. So we will just cut that guy off. And yeah, see, sometimes they do weird things, but that's the oldest one on this branch, and then these ones are the nice ones. So you can see the color difference. I know the lighting in here is garage lighting, but you can still kind of see the difference. I know, Becky, we've known each other a long time. I took Katie, so fun story. I thought my mom was like going to tell me like the worst news of our lives one day, and I was supposed to take Becky's daughter Katie to see a movie. I can't remember what movie it was. I don't know, some movie. And I was like, I'm just gonna go to the movies. And my mom was like, you can't go. You have to be home. I need you to be home at this specific time. And I was like, okay, Mom, I'll be back later. Like, it'll be fine. Like, I'm just taking her to the movies. And my mom was just like, you have to be home. Like, I don't want you to go. And I was just like, what is happening? Like, I legit thought my mom was dying. Like, I was like, oh my God, what is happening? Where, like, what is going on? It was very strange. And then my best friend was like, I mean, I need to borrow your shoes. Can I come over and like borrow your shoes? And I was like, weird, but sure, like whatever. She was going to DC for work. And my mom was just like freaking out because I wasn't home. Like, she was like, Amanda, where are you? I was like, Ma, I'm still at the movies. Like Katie and I are almost done. Like, gotta take her home, and then I will be home. Don't worry. Like, what is happening? And she's like, everything's fine. Just talk to Chloe. Chloe is my best friend, and so I was just like, whatever. And Chloe was like, she was like, I don't know. I just need to borrow some shoes. Like, I'll see you when you get home. And I was like, okay, cool, whatever. So anyways, my mom's freaking out. I'm freaking out thinking my mom is like going to tell me this new life-changing like information. No, this is the day when the man who's making all this noise, he decided to set his band up on my front lawn at my mom's house because I lived at home. And he set his band up on my front lawn and asked me to be his girlfriend. And that's why I needed to be home. And because my mom knew about it. And yeah. So anyways, slammed the door in his face. 14 years later, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's only taken me like 800 hours to make this thing. That's because I'm enjoying my time here. So yeah, it's a little bit about how my husband asked me to be his girlfriend. And I was forced out of my house. I was very, very shocked about it. So, husband's building a bed. It's almost 9 o'clock. We're going to have some noise ordinances pretty soon. Sorry, neighbor. They're used to us. They're used to it. I promise we'll shut up in a little bit. But, anyways. It's so loud. It's so loud. Anyways, well, I'm just gonna... just kind of keep digging flowers into here. And hopefully it's whimsical enough for a Alice in Wonderland themed situation. If it's not, I'll be a little heartbroken. But it's fine. It's fine. The thing about art, like, and flowers are art. It's for a birthday girl tomorrow, Georgia. The thing about flowers is that it's art, and art is subjective, but I'm always so, like, stressed because I'm like, oh my God, what if they don't love my art and or my flowers? And I just have to remind myself that, like, it's okay, like, but that's why you have to, like, make sure when you book your florist or you book your photographers or you book your whoever it is that you're booking for some sort of art installation, you got to make sure that you've done your research and you like their vibe and their style and all that stuff. So, and that way you aren't going to be disappointed when you get your stuff, or you're like, oh, this isn't the vibe that I was going for. Like, no, you got to make sure that you get your vendors based on who you love, not based off of price points. And I know that can't always be done. But yeah, I'm trying to stick this cute little pansy in here, and I've lost some space. I've used up a lot of the space, and the stems on this guy are they're a lot more delicate. Love you, Becky. Have a good night. So this stem on here is a little more delicate, so I have to, like, gently ease it in to make sure it doesn't break. But there's a lot of other stems in here, and it's not quite going where I want it to go. Because obviously I need it to hit the water, but that's why I look like this. And I'm just have my face in these flowers, trying to find a hole. Haha, I win. It wins. So. I do little dances while I'm creating. It's kind of like a happy food dance. I also have a happy flower dance. And I'm like, oh yeah, that turned out good. So, you know what's also exciting? Hold on. It's very warm all of a sudden. That there are no roses in here. And sometimes, like, roses are so easy to work with because they're, like, big, and, like, I typically will use garden roses, and I probably could have gotten some out of the backyard. But they're so used. We use them all the time for, like, actual arrangements. And sometimes it's just really nice to not use roses. So sometimes it's really nice to use roses, but sometimes it feels really good to, like, be able to not use them. I don't know if that makes any sense to anyone else. Sometimes I just feel like I get bored of them, which is, like, real. That happens. I get bored of a lot of things real quickly. By the end of, like, a floral season, I'm so tired of that specific flower that I'm like, all right, moving on. Time for the next. Like, by the end of dahlia season, I'm going to be like, I'm done. I want nothing to do with you. Which sounds terrible, but it's kind of my life. Feel that way about ranunculus and anemones too. I need something to go here. There's a hole. And maybe right here too. Let's see. What do I got? I think I have more sweet peas. Cute little sweet peas. Yep. Go through in here. I want it to be at a different angle. And a little like whimsical. So, and this guy's a little shorty. I'll cut this weird stem off. This man. I don't think he realizes what time it is. And sometimes we have to like put things down below because it's just kind of a dark hole down there. And we want to make sure that it doesn't feel dark and... This man, he makes way too much noise. Oh my goodness. So, but yeah. So, I don't want to like look down and see holes. And so that's kind of what I'm looking for here. And then I'll just go through and add in some stuff. Spiny things. Do all florists use it? No. I mean, these are these little... Is this what you're talking about, Georgia? These are called, I've said it like 6 times, but I can't remember the name. Pin cushion proteas. This is just a flower. You can, like, if a florist wants to use them, they can. If they don't want to, they don't have to. Some of them don't like the look. Some of them... No, oh, the rotating thing. This is just a, yeah, most florists use these things. It's just a Lazy Susan. It's just a spice rack. They make them specific. There's some that are specific for flowers, but like, why not buy the $5 spice rack or go to the dollar store? So, anyways, I think this is it. What do we think? Do we like it? Makes it really easy. The spinny thing, the spice rack, makes it really easy to like rotate and see all the sides, because if you didn't rotate it, you would end up having lopsided flowers, and nobody wants that. So yeah, that's where we're at. I think I'm done. Gonna put this in and take strip some of these leaves down off of it so it's not so bulky. And maybe not. Let's see. Get it in a spot. There we go. All right. I think I'm done. I think it looks cool. All right, thanks for joining along. This was a very long live for one centerpiece. It doesn't normally take me this long, but anyways, yeah. Everything is, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. Everything is local. Everything is grown by me or other local farmers. Even if I've gotten it from my local wholesaler, it is still grown by local farmers in California and in the area. We try to go get everything grown as close to Sacramento as possible. And hopefully our birthday girl enjoys her flowers and her party. So, oh, hold on. Now, the real trick for floristry is knowing when to stop. So we're going to put it down. And I'm going to move on to the next thing. All right. Good night, guys. How do I stop this? Every single freaking time I can't remember. There we go.